Good morning. Here we are again with a new chapter, that is locomotion. Okay, so we are dealing with locomotion. Now here see, what is locomotion? In a common word, locomotion means movement. Okay, but here locomotion is restricted to voluntary movement. What is voluntary movement? Movement that is at your will. If you wish to move, then only this voluntary movement would be there. Okay, so that means voluntary movement from one place to another is called locomotion. Okay, now this locomotion, see, in a human body or any animal body, bones play a very important role because the bones and the muscle coordinate together for a voluntary movement. Okay, so generally in your syllabus the skeletal muscles are important. So skeletal muscles are those muscles which are attached to bones. Okay, so attached to bones, and that brings a voluntary movement. That means your wish or will. That means muscle that move on your will is called voluntary movement. Now you know this characteristic muscles, the characteristic features of this muscle is they have got an alternate light and a dark band. If you visualize this muscle, you will see it is a dark band and here it is light band again like this. So alternate light and dark band. Now you know this alternate light and dark band is due to the presence of a protein. What is it? Protein. Okay, so this particular protein forms actin and myosin. Okay, so myosin and actin, they form this thing. So actin is actually the part, okay, that brings about the dark nature. Okay, and myosin is that part that pulls, that means contraction and relaxation is done through the myosin, and actin is actually the dark layer of protein what you see. Okay, now if we see the muscle fibers, you know, you see muscle fibers, they are like parallel thread-like structures like this. Parallel thread-like structures. Okay, so these parallel thread-like structures, you see, they are enclosed by a membrane. Okay, for example, 10 to 15 muscle fibers, they are enclosed in a membrane. So this membrane is actually known as a sarcolemma. Okay, sarcolemma is the membrane bound. Okay, now so these sarcolemma bound this muscle fibers together forms a unit. So that is known as myofibril. One unit. Okay. That means muscle fiber enclosed in a membrane is called as a myofibril. This forms a unit. So if we take for example your hamstring that is present in your thigh muscles or your elbow muscles. Okay. So this kind of a muscle, you know, they forms thousands of myofibril together forms a cluster. Okay. Now since they are voluntary muscles, you see nerves and artery and veins are also attached to it. See, artery and vein, artery brings oxygen rich blood to it, veins carry the deoxygenated blood from it that is rich in carbon dioxide, and nerves is also there because nerve has got motor neuron attached to it so that you can bring about the movement in these muscle fibers. Okay, so here you see the alternate dark and light this thing. Now, you know, if we magnify one single fiber like this, see this dark and light bound, we have one dark band here and another light band. So dark band, see, it is a muscle layer of actin. What is actin? Actin is a polymer, you know, of muscle fibers, protein it is. Then this is also a polymer, myosin. So myosin is having a distinct head region and a tail part. Okay, so when the muscle contracts, you know, this head portion gets attached to the above. See, if the head portion is there, it gets attached to the above membrane. Okay, now then if it gets attached to the head membrane, then it pulls. Okay, it pulls apart, and here you know ATP is reduced to to ADP, and that particular junction where the actin gets attached to myosin is known as a cross bridge. Okay. So this portion that deals with muscle fibers, parallelly arranged muscle fiber enclosed in a membrane structure called sarcolemma. Sarcolemma unit plus the muscle fiber forms a myofibril. Then myofibrils are also attached to nerves, arteries, veins. Okay, skeletal muscles have got two types of protein, the actin and the myosin. These are all polymer protein molecules. Okay, and actin and myosin basically slides over each other. Okay, here they actually form a junction and they slide. Okay, but when the movement and contract, the muscle relax, this happens. Okay, and during this movement ATP is used and ADP is produced, and they require a constant oxygen supply for it. Now because cellular respiration is also going on, activity. For example, if you run fast, then after some time you feel that your legs are becoming fatigued. Now when you take rest, then again that thing gets oxidized. That means what? That this ATP is reduced to ADP, and lactic acid formation is there due to anaerobic respiration. Then ultimately that lactic acid is converted into carbon dioxide and water when the oxygen supply is there. So when you are exercising, the oxygen supply has to match your rate of exercise. Now here you can see this muscle fibers. See, they are parallelly arranged. They are enclosed in sarcolemma. They have blood supply. Okay, so that is okay. And in this total unit is known as myofibril, or this muscle bundle, it is known as a fiscal muscle bundle. Okay, here you see the dark banding and the light banding. Okay, within the sarcomere they have it. Okay, that is the presence of the I band, Z band. Clear? Now here you see this actin and myosin. See, two different, the head portion is there, and here in this figure you can clearly see how this head portion is pulled out with it. See, they form a cross bridge connection. Okay, so this is how the movement attached, and see that function when ATP is released, oxidation is there, sliding and rotation method, then ultimately it's a cyclic method, and finally you see the breaking of the cross bridge.